Why hello there, fellow ship captains, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Space Haven Finding Eden. Episode 25, Rescuing a Paranoid Android. As you can see above my head, the current priority is to head to the Golden Calf, to try to figure out what the secret message was sent to the Exodus fleet, and to sort of solve that mystery, if you will. As a little reminder, we're also in the process of researching the armored vest so that we can protect our boarding team more adequately. And then after that, weapon attachments in order to get like autoloaders and that kind of stuff, flamethrowers. I will be putting up a poll about more research soon, once we get through the research we have now, just to let you know. So checking in with the fleet that we've got here. The Exodus fleet is currently in an ore shortage wipeout, in a energium storage explosion, and a water storage leak. They're not doing great. And, oh, I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing pirates. And what we're trying to do is, like, help them out a bit, I guess. So right now we are trying to find a encoded message somewhere in this system, somewhere in this corner of this system. The worry here is if there's pirates active in this system, we do have to be careful. I don't have enough weapon systems to do very much in the way of defending myself. All I could do is really run. We are a scout ship, I suppose. And we're done. Thank you for the cheer. We chatted on Reddit like 5 years ago and you eventually caught a live stream. Well, hey, thanks for the dividends on my chatting investment from years ago. I love how that works out. The state of our current ship, power, looks worse than it really is. We're still right now we have an energy and power generator, but we have a lot of energy rods, and I was thinking of building the X3 power generator. Aren't we supposed to be doing that? Like, I don't know why I haven't done that already, but the current system we're in only has a 28% solar output. So what I want to do is I want to just mine the stuff that's here that we want, like the ice, the Hyperium, and the chemicals, and then find a good solar output system and, you know, and maybe upgrade our power generation. Because I think keeping the lights on as a scout ship is, like, low-key kind of important. So that's a good side quest. So I'll add that to the priority. Upgrade power. And head to the Golden Cow. Better late than never. Yeah, I mean, you know, you guys know when and where I'll be alive. I try to make it really easy to tell, so always a pleasure to have new faces in here. Doing a little bit of a gear check to make sure that all of our people have, like, decent equipment. I do think it would behoove Blue Panther to maybe free up a little bit of space. So I'm going to drop the bandages on the ground. Having, like, one empty slot is nice. In case there's something to pick up, you know, you can. You can also secondary the bandages, which is not a bad call for those that have primary weapons. Lest I forget about that. And that frees up even more space. It's weird to think of it as a secondary, but, you know, it works. Oh, on backup power. Yeah, that energy generator, I mean, this is why. I don't know... We come in peace. Well, you are in pieces now. Should we salvage the Derelict? So here's the thing. I don't think we really need to, like, in terms of the resources we have. Yes, I could use a few more tech blocks. But realistically, there's not really much that's going to be on that Derelict that we are, like, in dire need of. So it might be more of a distraction than a benefit. And we had just installed the learning computer to allow people to train up their own guns. Which means the benefit of, like, even having the unskilled shooters go to the Derelict is, like, much, much, much less now that we have, like, the learning computer. But regardless, if you want me to do it, I'm happy to oblige. I just wanted to mention that I'm less than certain that it would truly be a benefit to us. Okay, I do have an IV fluid. I was wondering about that. Good. So I think we're almost done strip mining this zone for the stuff that I want. There is a little bit of ice that, like, broke up. I guess one of the meteorites here had ice in it. So we'll collect the ice as well. But it seems to me that we're going to ignore... Oh, the pole shouldn't be there. Oh my god. Yoink! Yeah, thank you, Scorpio. I'm just completely oblivious today. So I'll just close that poll. It is a no. And I'll poll for every derelict we happen upon. But yeah, this one we'll pass up. Alright, the mining is done. The ice has yet to be collected. But it's probably about to be. Yep, there it goes. We fetched it. Alright, let's spool up the hyper jump and get out of here. So I think what I'll do is I'll hop down to here and towards wherever Lucas 2 is. Because we're looking for... This is Lucas 1, so, like, maybe it's this one. I don't know until we jump. Looking for Lucas 2 in order to try to track down that station that went dark that has the golden calf to see if there's any clues. Jumping. They want me to scout Talia territory, which is a few hops away. I don't need the money. I don't need the attachments, so I am not going to agree. We do have a pirate ship that is following us here. And I'm going to ask this again. Do we salvage the Derelict? And I'll take a quick look at it before, if you want. I don't see any signs of infestors, so I don't know what's here. So it's a bit of a gamble. You know, if rogue bots attack us, we know they're robots. If as an infestor tries to infest us, we know it's bugs, but yeah, I don't know what they are. Alright, we're almost done with the armored vest, which means I will be polling pretty soon about what next research to do. And I think we need a rifle free for the experiment for weapon attachments. So I'm also going to need to manufacture a rifle. So item fabricator, we're going to fabricate a rifle, and I'll fabricate 2. Because it's good to have a spare rifle as well if one breaks down, or if someone gets better at shooting up to like level 3 or something, it would be helpful to have spares. And cheers. And in this case, you guys say, oh, Jazz leveled up in weapons. Speaking of which, that makes you eligible to use a rifle. So, case in point, we need a rifle. That means let's fabricate 3 rifles. Oop, that's a pistol. 3 rifles, because one's going to Jazz, one's going to the experiment, and one is a spare. This is an asteroid field, not Lucas 2. And then this is Lucas 3 with a scannable sector. So we don't yet know where Lucas 2 is. It's still somewhere down here, maybe. Are pirates permanently hostile? So the faction relationships... Where do you see that again? Nope, nope, back to data sheets. Nope, oh my god. Data logs, missions... I don't believe so. But I've never befriended them myself, so I don't want to say with any certainty. God, where is the faction relationship screen? Here? Well, no, that's the missions being offered. Yeah, I think you can befriend them. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So you can see for us, we're unfriendly with the slavers. We're neutral with Cult of New Haven and Android. We're accepting of Military Alliance and Merchant Federation, and we're friendly with the civilians. And yeah, you can change your faction allegiances with time, effort, energy, money, bribes, etc. Snarf, thank you for the resub. And it looks like you guys do want to salvage this this derelict. So first thing I want to do is where... Uh-oh. My shield joiner is out of energy cells. Alright. First thing I want to do is to have Jazz grab a rifle in case he needs to go as like part of a rescue team or something. Where is the rifle? Where did you put it? Oh, here it is. Primary rifle. Got it. And then Panther, Wishbringer, Marauder, and Ocherat. Oh, you can undraft, sorry. We'll go board the craft. So this should be a high solar system. 76, but we're getting a flare. Ooh, gross. I could shut down everything that takes tech blocks, but I'm just gonna weather it. I'm a little worried, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna shut everything down. Play it safe. What else is tech block made? Fabricator, maybe? I'm trying to think. Water purifier. I don't usually shut things down for a flare, but like I'm less interested in getting flared this time. Oh, ore processor. I do have some shields, so I should be some safe. Yes. The other thing is... Okay, armored vest is nearly done. So how about we poll, while I'm dealing with this, about what to research next? So, for ship systems, we've got turrets and the targeting jammer. For power, it's done. So I'm gonna actually... Hold on, let me revise this. Power is... There's nothing. For industry, there's assembler and advanced assembler and optronics. For weapons, there's a lot left in crew equipment. For medical, there is the augmentations. For robots, there's the understanding the chimp walkerbot, and then the rogue bot architecture for charging efficiency, which then eventually leads to the hypersleep tank or the combat robot station. For robotics, there's the salvage robot. For learning, there's the advanced learning. For alien technology, I guess Hive and evolving alien core. And then for botany, there's like grains and alcohol. And you guys can vote on that. What was I gonna do? Industry. So, I'm just thinking, like, forward, if I want to bother with the full production cycle, and I'm just, like, trying to envision how much I would need to invest for that. The full production cycle for building stuff. One thing I think we need sooner or later, if we want the big shields to work, unless I'm going to be buying it, is the Optronics Fabricator to be able to make our own energy cells. So we would need electronic components and chemicals to make optronic components, which is for other stuff. The bio augmentations is the augmentations parts, which is plastic electronic components, and then the energy rods and electronic components is the energy cell needed for the advanced shields. So, and electronic components would be from the robot workbench, which I believe we have one, yeah? Yeah, the robot workbench. Oh, speaking of which, did I even power that down? No. Oh, but it's not... Oh, that's the... Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. So, yep, there's something about that as we get flared. So the boarding team is already in. Let's get them over to see what's up on the Derelict. Is there anything I needed else to turn off? I'm trying to think. We might be good to dodge the worst of the flare. And it looks like medical and Augs. We'll queue something up in medical and Augs next. We do have some corpses already. So there is the atomical augmentation, which is so let's read through these. The nanoweave increases the crew member's health and toughness. And then the mesh is carry capacity and energy. Implanting requires 6, and implanting requires 6. Then the prefrontal microcontroller, which increases a specific skill's potential level by 1. And then neural augmentation, which is a work speed or a accident reduction. And I think in this case, we're probably best off being tougher for boarding teams. So I'm going to do the anatomical augmentation research, which means, and the problem with this is I don't have an android corpse, so I can't fully do this. Well, actually, let's, given that, maybe unqueue that. Yeah, I'll do the prefrontal microcontroller instead, until I get an android corpse. Alright, door kicker wishbringer. Unfortunately, I also chose to board while everyone was a little tired, which is not great. And armor vest is now done. Fantastic. Hello? Y'all hunted? Oh, bugs. Okay, I can see them. Not very many bugs from the I mean, unless there's like a full-on hive. Oh, full-on hive. Cool. And Wishbringer, run! And don't hit Wishbringer with your friendly fire. Whoa, no! Ha, you missed! Loser. Alright, I think what I'm going to do, now that I know it's like a full hive of bugs, is I need more energy to be able to fight through them than I currently have. So, whoops, that's not what I meant to click. Go inside and undraft. I'm basically returning them back home. And the ore storage crisis wipeout has been solved. Android Collective is coming next turn, which is good. Cyril, you are probably captured. Got it. Are you Cyril Figgis? And then after the armored vest, I think actually I'm going to do the executive decision to put Optronics right now, because we don't really have good shields without it, and then circle back to weapons and stuff. I think that's the right call. But getting armored vests for everyone is going to be great. So we'll need plastics, fabrics, and steel plates. And I definitely have enough. And that also means that now that I have it researched, I can also repair the poor vest that Wishbringer has up to better working order. There it is. It is now good quality. Fantastic. Alright, so here's the solar flare. And it passed without anything really going wrong because I had powered down all of our industry and made sure that nothing that was using tech blocks was like active. I might miss some things, but it also helped that everyone was asleep. Drinks on you. You're gonna get pretty covered in coffee then. But cheers. And happy weekend. All right, the solar output here is 76%. So I think I would like to build, and you know what? Last I checked, the reason why I wasn't able to roll out the better power generator was I lacked the components. The X3s, I lacked the tech blocks. So I need tech blocks for that. So hopefully we'll get some tech blocks from this derelict once we clear. I can see that there's actually a tech block here ready to be fetched too, which is helpful. Alright, item fabricator. Fabricate me a 1, 2, 3, 4 more of that. And then after that, what I'll do is I'll do a continuous to have at least like 2 or something. Alright, here we go. Android Collective. This is the Fons Vitae. And we'll do a new trade. I have tons of fruit that I can part with. We did want energy. So they have energy blocks. We didn't want energy cells. And they are at discount. So I'll buy a whole bunch because I have a lot of money and I can throw it at this so that I don't run out of shields for a bit. So I'm just going to buy like 20. I know it's crazy, but I have that much money that I just don't care. And I can sell some of the meats to cover the cost. Let's sell some hull blocks. And because I'm about to go to a derelict, we can fetch things like hull blocks. I'll sell some biomatter. And then 4 more of something else. 4 more soft blocks. So I'm only parting with 1,600. I'm getting a whole bunch of energy cells. That is a pretty good deal. And that's going to keep our shields on and active. They have a mission available, which is salvage the derelict in the current sector, the Invictus. And they want the energy and tech scrap. Well, that's a bit of a problem because I need the tech scrap. So I have to say no. And the Android Collective also wants us to set some slaves free in this sector, but I don't have a ship that's capable of ship-to-ship combat, so it's not like I'm about to be able to bring the slavers to heal. So I have to turn those down as well. I see Ultrat doing corpse stuff for analysis. And let's go ahead and send our boarding team. Oh, well, do I have an armored vest? Yeah, I have another armored vest. So before I do that, Marauder, you've got a bulletproof. I'm going to get you an armored one. Wherever it is. I will eventually find it. Oh, I think it's right here. Armored vest. I'm also gonna have you switch. What's... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have him switch his weapons. Because I figure Wishbringer's the door kicker. I'll have Wishbringer run around with the shotgun. There was a YouTube comment about this, and it makes sense. CQB dude has CQB weapon. Okay, cool. On draft, and then Marauder, you can pick up that flamethrower. Should be on the ground now. There it is. Perfect. Okay. I'm not gonna wait for everyone to have armor. I've armored up at least 2 people. I mean, it doesn't look like a obnoxious derelict to have to clear, so let's just get going. See about parking right here. Alright, Marauder is in an Ocharat's in front, so Wishbringer, you step up. Definitely got a little hurt, but not too bad. So, new salvage available. Undraft all. pausing. So Cyril here is infested, I think, and he wants to talk to me. Marauder, you know about infestations. Let's go have a little chat with Cyril. You come upon a person in distress. Thank God you were here. I was worried I would be hanging in here forever. Ask them what happened. You talk for a long time. And that's how I ended up hanging on a wall with my crew running away yelling, "Hang in there! I don't want to return to them. Can I join your crew?" I'm sure I can be helpful somehow. So, they are a neurotic driller. They are a potentially very good pilot, but they have potential, not actual skill. They don't touch plants or research. They can have weapons up to 4. Pretty good in industry and decent in construction. And neurotic is they learn faster, but they work slower. So, do we help Cyril? Now, the only issue that I see here is we don't yet have a bedroom for him, but that doesn't mean that we can't have him join the squad. So, flash poll. I'll give you 1 minute to vote on this. Cyril yes, Cyril no. So, just a simple up or down. Up to you guys. I see the way the winds are blowing. So I'll hide the timer. And sure, you're welcome to join. They're going to need probably some pretty immediate medical attention, I suspect. Because they ain't doing so hot. And then I'm going to need to set up a bed for them as well. While I'm drafted, is there anything else to find on the ship? No. I've found all secrets. Cool. Okay. Well, with that in mind, now that we have a new crew, raffle timer's up, counting down. Let's go ahead and grab the space food, the Hyperium, the tech block, space food, Hyperium, and then transfer everything here over, which is also more tech blocks, which is great. That's going to allow us to upgrade our ship, and then get everything else. Alright, about Cyril. We really don't have an extra bedroom, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could change one of the medical beds over, but I think it makes more sense to do it a different way. Alright. I've made a decision. I don't want like a mega overhaul. Oh, oops. Cancel that. So I'm just going to do a very small change to try to accommodate Cyril. Or whatever their name is going to be, because it's not going to be Cyril soon. Alright, Cyril, in terms of your conditions, you have crawler bites, you have an open wound getting worse, aliens haunt your dreams, which is permanent, so you have a permanent negative mood modifier, because you were captured or whatever, and you're feeling ill, where you're... So, yeah, I mean, you're not the best ad. But it is what it is. We've made a decision. And good luck in the raffle. By the by. Alright, Cyril, you might want to go back to base. He also has, like, greater than 100 health. And I'm not sure why. Why do you look so creepy? Why do you look absolutely like some haunted corpse? Well, you know, let's hope you're not going to haunt our ship. Alright, one thing I'm going to need to do is the farm is going to need a new wall, because otherwise it's like open to the ship. And Cyril's now in the hospital, which is fine. It's at least a decent bedroom for a bit. Okay, we've almost fully salvaged the Invictus already. And we are still pending trades with the androids, which I need to resolve soon too. He's a creep joiner? Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like it. Edit. There. Our logistics bot's just like, whoa, what the hell? Alright, do we have storage space? Yes, we do. So it's just a matter of logistics. We just have to wait for our robot to finish charging, and it's currently charging now. Oh, except for I don't have an energy cell, which is why it's not working. Yep, that's one of the reasons why I went and bought them, because that's going to be a problem. Cyril's an android, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Gens. Yep, and Android Collector. That makes sense. His icon's flashing? Yeah, it's because he has like open wounds that are healing. Alright, well now that we're not actively salvaging this Derelict, it's only got a little bit of hull scrap left, we should be able to make a dent on the logistics backlog, so that we can expand the ship a little bit and get Cyril some lovely accommodations. If our shipbuilders... There we go. I was going to say, if they ever get around to doing the work. So where was the window? Okay, it's out that way. That's fine. A new mission available. You want me to set a whole bunch of slaves free? That's not new. You've been asking me to do that this whole time. And yes, the names are alphabetized, so they just keep switching orders. It's fine. I don't mind it. Needs matching. Okay. This is a high priority construction, please, because if without that, we are kind of dead in the water. Neat. All right, let's then get the shields console. So I made a little bit of a change here so that we can lay out the consoles a bit differently. So we can have more of a bridge, if you will. Alright, and then we also need a wall here for the leisure, because we don't want to ruin our leisure. That would be a real bummer. We'll make that high priority. Then we'll put the nav console here. And stick a light... Oops. Well, I can't build there yet. The wall's not actually there yet. There we go. And this is going to be high priority construction. So yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to put like a bit of a bridge together as best I can. And that should free up a little bit of space to put the bigger power generator in once we're done. The trade with Fawns did finish, so let's do a new trade. They still have pretty cheap energy rods, which, yeah, I'll take some. I'll take 10. I'm gonna give him my old bulletproof vest, as now we have better. I'll sell one of the SMGs. Sell some carbon and steel plates, because we have a lot. And, that'll work. Now, in terms of research, Optronics, we're making a little dent. It's not a lot, but we're working on it. Yeah, soon I'll have a full night shift. I was actually planning on having Jens join the night shift. So, that's some other stuff we haven't done. Scheduling. So, copy glitch, paste into Jens. Because he can be a night miner, right? He does industry and mining and construction, so that's useful. I'm gonna get rid of this thermal regulator in lieu of a wall one. I didn't mean to do that. Nope. Didn't mean to do that either. Nope. Didn't mean to do that either. Could I just click the right thing, please? Jesus. It do be one of those days. Okay, so the bridge is laid out a little bit differently. I think more efficiently is what I would like to argue. And then I am moving this door here, which is like not super convenient, but it'll do for now. And putting another bedroom here as a result. Let's put a light there. And that way I have more of a bridge. And, and the capacity to, you know, have another person. I like it. Good on the bald. It's a VTuber solution. Yeah, I mean, you know, I know what the top of my head looks like. I ain't gonna lie to myself. I know I ain't got hair where I need it. I've always thought that men that ignore the fact that they're bald was a little cringe, and that they should just accept that they don't have hair, and it's just it's fine. There's nothing wrong with just I just have too much testosterone. That's all. Or something. But yeah, it was getting shaggy, so I shaved it down. Can we get... Okay, we can. Cool. So there we go. We have way too many lights here, so I'm going to dismantle some of these, because I don't need a bajillion. And then I had intended to put thermal wall regulators. We'll put one here and here. All right. For tech blocks, I do have enough to change power generators. I'm going to move these. Farming domes, damage, resolved, crisis. So what that means now is, I think the only crisis, water and energium. Alright, got it. So let's make the big move to better power. So I'm going to dismantle the old power generator that uses energium. And then quickly put in the mega power generator. Which, you know, my only concern here is I don't think anyone wants to, like, be near this thing. And I am going to move the core computer here. The system core. So everything is going to be kind of broken until we fix this. Hence the urgency of getting it relocated. Alright, so that's relocated. Perfect. And here is the Mega Gen. It is a big boy, but it's like the last one we'll ever need, and this is a high priority construction. And I picked this system because this system at least has like a little bit of solar output, so it keeps the lights on while we work on this. So yes, we won't be able to do any high industry, but it's not like we'll have crop loss or anything like that. Alright, logistically, we need to put an entry route in here, and it looks like Jens is already doing it. Cool. So, we're good. Occupant. Not anyone. This is Jen's bed. Nice. So, we now have an incredible amount of backup power, and we really shouldn't have any power problems and power flux problems here on out. I mean, we might, but, like, it should be mostly resolved. I'm also going to move the gun a little bit to not be clogging the room. And then maybe I'll move this to reflect that. I don't know, just some light housekeeping. So I didn't do like a massive, overwhelming expansion on the ship, but I feel like the little changes were significant enough. They're kind of nice. Oh, right, that was on a power node. That's why I was there. I'll put it back. Thank you for tuning in to Space Haven, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Pathfinders.